So everyone wants to go viral, but let's just be real for a second. Viral doesn't always mean valuable. And viral doesn't always mean clients. I have already made more money on this channel with less subscribers than I have on my yoga channel with more subscribers. Just bear that in mind as we go through this video. Virality doesn't equal income. What we want to be doing is drawing in the right kind of customers into our YouTube channel that are ready to buy your courses, your memberships, your programs, whatever it is that you sell. You don't have to go viral to do that. But obviously more views does help. So let's get into how we can get more views and go viral. The first time that one of my videos took off, I was so excited until I realized it wasn't bringing in the right kind of people. One of my videos went viral because it was being suggested next to yoga that was not yoga. Okay, so I was having a lot of middle-aged men watching my video, which made it go viral, which I thought was amazing until I figured out where this was coming from. And obviously they are not my ideal clients. And you don't really want views that are not your ideal clients because these people are never going to buy from you. And we don't want to be relying on YouTube AdSense because honestly, guys, it's pence. What you want to be doing is getting these people, these watchers, turning them into clients into your business, getting them into your membership, into your programs. If you do want a little bit more info on that viral video, I do have a video about that, which I made. So you can go and watch that one after. I will link this up after this class. But there was a good thing about this, right? Although I went viral for the wrong reasons, it still helped my channel because what it did is it helped push my YouTube channel out to more people. Now, what this did was started to attract the right people because I was getting seen more. The people who were right for me, the right kind of niche, they were then attracted to my channel and they were subscribing. The people who weren't. Also, because my video was showing up next to some dodgy yoga stuff, people could look at my video and see, this isn't that. This is a proper yoga class and a proper yoga teacher. I'm going to subscribe to her because I'm looking for proper yoga. And when I say proper here, I just mean I wasn't wearing skimpy things and literally showing off for men. So there is a way to get more views and to go a little bit more viral than you have been if you follow these steps. Okay, so step number 1 is to use YouTube like Google. Okay, people are typing stuff into Google. If you think about your niche, and again, if you haven't watched the last couple of weeks of videos, watch them, okay? Because this is how we do it. You get super clear on your niche. What are your niche typing into Google? Title your YouTube videos this. My best yoga videos are ones where I have titled them a question. I could have put yoga to feel more joyful, but instead I put how to be more joyful in life. And that video did amazing because people are typing in questions, right, into Google. Google owns YouTube. So when you type in a question in Google, have you noticed YouTube videos come up first? And then you can also click on the video tab in Google and you'll have the yoga classes there, right? You'll have whatever comes up there. So if you title your yoga class a question, because maybe somebody wants to know how to be more joyful, but they've never tried yoga. They didn't know that yoga could help. That is you showing your authority, showing that actually, yes, yoga can help and I'm going to be the right teacher to show you this. Okay, because if they don't know anything about yoga, they're not going to type in yoga to be more joyful. They're just going to type in how to be more joyful. So start using YouTube as a search engine. Start using it as Google. That is step 1. So we need to be thinking of better titles, things that people are typing in. Once you've done that and you've put up quite a few videos, you can then look in your analytics and see which videos are trending and build on that, right? If you did a video that was, how to something, and it didn't get any views, but yet you had another video which was how to something else and that one did amazing, you want to do more videos like that one, right? So you want to keep an eye on your analytics in the back end here to see which videos are performing and make more like the ones that are. This is how we get viral. It isn't luck, okay? It's about your keywords and getting found. Once you get found, more people can find you because YouTube will start pushing you out to more people, but it's getting found in the first place. So step number 1 is use YouTube like Google. The second tip here is make the title their transformation. Okay, so let's rewind for a second. When you are posting videos on YouTube, one of the first things people do is they'll type something in, right? So your title is the most important thing about your video. Second thing is your thumbnail, because once you come up, then they're going to click on whichever cover looks the best, right? Whichever one is more appealing, catches their eye. And then it's your video. So title is the number one thing you should be focusing on here, okay? So let's make it about their transformation. What is it that they want? Did you notice my yoga video, how to be more joyful in life? That's a transformation. How to be more joyful. I didn't put how to not be stressed, okay? Although that kind of video could work, people are going to be more uplifted. They're going to be more willing to click on your video if you're telling them what they're going to get out of it instead, okay? Because as soon as somebody hears the word de-stress, they think about stress. As soon as somebody hears the word joyful, they think it's going to make them joyful, okay? Stress hasn't entered their mind. Yes, they probably are stressed and they do want to be more joyful because they're stressed, but that's not crossed their mind. You've put joyful in their mind now, okay? So it's using their transformation. So we're using this to speak to people's emotions and their outcomes. Okay, so step number 3 is storytelling. And this goes for even if you are creating yoga classes, okay? Even if you're in a yoga class, you can still tell a story as you're in the class. You could tell a quick story at the beginning. You want to get some kind of emotion across into the camera, okay? Get them to relate to you. You don't want to be this robotic AI yoga teacher, right? Because this is what people are seeing now. We need to get the emotions across. That is how you stand out. Even if it is something so simple, like you're about to start your yoga class and you're like, if you're feeling so overwhelmed after the school run this morning, this one is for you. That is storytelling. It gets people to know that they're being seen. It makes people feel heard. And when people feel like they're being heard, they're going to stick around. This is why if you've ever been to any webinars or masterclasses, and if people are typing in the comments and the host says your name, you feel more connected. You feel more obliged to stay because you've been heard. But people also remember how you make them feel. So if you've made them feel seen, if you've made them feel understood, because yeah, you're that stressed mum who's had a stressful school morning, you're more likely to stick around to their classes. Okay, so step number 4. Once we've got the title, and that is the most important thing, I want to make that absolutely clear here. Next is the thumbnail, because next, that is what they're going to look at. That is what's going to come up on the YouTube screen, and we want to make people click on you rather than somebody else. So you need this thumbnail to be super clear. No more little text on the screen, okay? 2 to 4 words max. Normally, they say pictures with faces on do the best. I can say from my channel that seems to be true. So I would put a photo of you on, even if it's in a yoga pose, just make sure you're looking towards the camera. Make sure your images are super crisp, okay? They need to be really, really good, high quality. Maybe doing a before and after look, but not too much on there, right? What you want to do is I always create these in Canva. So I create them in Canva, I zoom out loads, so it's like this teeny tiny little square on the screen, and see if I can still read it, see if I can still understand what's going on. And if I can, then I know that's a good thumbnail. The other thing that I do here, which has benefited me so much, is once I've figured out my title, I would type that into Google, I will see what thumbnails come up, and I will make sure that I create a better thumbnail than those top 10. Okay, and that has worked every single time for me. And step number 5 is your intro. So this matters a lot, okay? If you have your title, which let's, as an example again, just say how to be more joyful in life. Don't repeat that in your intro, okay? People already know. That's why they've clicked, because they want to be more joyful. So you don't have to say, hi, welcome to this video on how to be more joyful. They know. That's why they've clicked. You want to get straight into the video. If it's like a tip video, get that first tip in within the first 20 seconds and people are going to be hooked. If you wait a couple of minutes because you're explaining who you are, nobody cares. And this is why they click off. This is why we have that intro video. If you didn't watch last week's video on the 5 videos that you should create first, this is why we go and watch it. This is why we have that intro video. Because if somebody wants to know who we are, they can go on our channel and find out. You do not need to repeat that every single time. So what you can do here is, again, use that story. Like I said before, If you've been overwhelmed on the school run this morning, this one's for you, and then get straight into the video. Don't save your best stuff for last. Don't save it for the end of the video, because most people have already switched off by then. Put it at the beginning, okay? Because the people who like you and like your stuff, they're gonna stick it out to the end anyway. The people who don't, you wanna keep them hooked. You wanna keep them watching for longer so that they know, like, and trust you better. So I'm talking a little bit more on this in my free bootcamp that I am running right now. So check out the link in the description. I'll put a link in the comments as well, but come and join my free bootcamp event because it's amazing. This is the third time I've run it and I've always had such amazing feedback. And in this, I will teach you exactly what you need to be doing on YouTube to get seen and to get those customers from YouTube into your business. So make sure you sign up to that, and don't forget to watch the next video, which is going to be all about how to turn those customers into paying clients.